Welcome to aminacademy.com. In quantity survey practice, let us discuss about volume of concrete. Let's begin with the basics. We know that the definition of volume. Volume is an amount of space that occupies. For example, take a glass and fill it with water. The water that occupies the space in the glass is called the volume of water in the glass. Same for the concrete, take a box of length 1 meter, breadth 1 meter and depth 1 meter and fill it with concrete. The volume of concrete, you know that 1 into 1 meter cube, because length into breadth and height, because all our sides are seen here. Cube volume is 1 meter cube. To fill 1 meter cube of box, we need 25 kilonewton of concrete is required. That means 1 kilonewton is 1000 kgs. Now that means the density of concrete is 25 kilonewton per meter cube. The volume is the calculation of three-dimensional, which means the three dimensions are multiplied. We know that basic definition of the volume is a rectangular cuboid, that is length into breadth into height. The formula changes as per shape, but methodology remains the same to calculate the volume of any shape. The three dimensions should be multiplied, that is length, breadth, height, or some other structure. We need the same strategy to calculate the volume of any shape. The volume of concrete in regular figure is surface area into depth. Now look at here, calculation of volume of concrete slabs. Look at here, this is a concrete slab, thickness 0.15 meter and the length 6 meter, breadth 5 meter. What is the area of this slab? First we have to calculate the surface area and the thickness. Surface area is length into breadth, that is 6 into 5, that is 30 multiplied by 0.15. It's give the volume of concrete. Here volume of concrete is area of rectangle and depth. The area of the rectangle, that is length into breadth. The volume of concrete is length into breadth into height, that is 6 into 5 into 0.15 is 4.5 meter cube. Hence, we need 4.5 meter cube of concrete is required to build an above slab. Now, calculation of the volume of concrete for the column. Here, this is a rectangular column with square base. Here, not a square base, here also rectangular base, that is length is 0.6 meter, width is 0.4 meter and height is 3 meter, that is depth. Here the volume is length into breadth into depth. Here for this 0.6 into 0.3 into 3 is 0.72 meter cube. Now the shape is changing now, the circular column. The volume of concrete for circular column is surface area of the circle in the height of the column. Surface area, we know that here our radius is 0.25 meter, 2 pi r is the surface, not pi r square is the surface area, that is circle area, into length, that is into height also can do. So for this volume, pi r square h 3.14 into 0.25 square into 3 gives 0.58 meter cube. Next, how to calculate the volume of concrete for slabs, columns, beams, retaining walls and footings. Here we discussed. Here It's a box, open box, one side open box, breadth is 1 meter, length is 1 meter, depth is 1 meter. How much cubic volume of concrete can fill in this? Just calculate length into breadth into height, that is inner dimension. Here the slab already we discussed, this volume is length into breadth into height. Here, look at here, 0.4 length, 0.6 length, 0.4 is width, and height is 3. Therefore, volume is 0.6 into 0.4 into 3. Zero 0.24 into 3 is 0.72 meter cube of concrete we need. Here already calculated this, means pi r square into height. Beams are generally in a rectangular shape. To calculate the volume of concrete required for the beams, calculate the top or bottom surface area of the beam and multiply with the depth of the beam. Means the volume of the concrete for rectangular beam is equal surface area and depth, that is equal to length into width into depth, that is 4 into 0.5 into 0.4, that is 0.8 meter cube, that is length is 4, width is 5 and depth is 0.4. Suppose this gives 0.8 meter cube. Next, calculation of the volume of concrete required for footings. Look at here, this is a front view of footings of column, this plane area. To make ease in understanding, we consider the plan of the footings. For calculation purpose, we are dividing the footings into two parts. Means, first part, it is a rectangular shape with the following dimensions. Length is 1 meter, breadth is 0.8 meter and depth is 0.4 meter. For here, that is part 1, this footings is the volume of here. Volume of the first part is 1, length is 1, breadth is 0.8 and height is 0.4, which is equal 0.32 meter cube. Now the volume of second part is this, the first part is this. Volume of first part. Then part 2, volume of the concrete is for PCC. Look at here, this 1.2 into 1 into 0.1. This these are 1.2 is length, with this 1, 0.1 is depth. So 0.12 meter cube. Now the total volume of concrete required for footing is 0.32 plus 0.12 is 0.44 meter cube. If the column height is given and length and breadth of the column is given, we can find the volume of that column also. Here we found first two footings and add up them is our volume of concrete for the footings. Next, calculation of the volume of concrete required for retaining wall. Suppose the retaining wall is a concrete wall. Suppose this length is 10 meter. Depth is 0.1 meter and height is 3.5 meter. The volume is simple, the multiplication of all. Length 10, width 3.5 and height is 0.1. Yeah, which is equal 3.5 meter cube. So far we discussed easy calculation for footings, circular column and square column and beam and slab in different shapes. Further, we'll discuss about some upcoming videos for different shapes of the concrete blocks we have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.